What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's White Boy Lockdown Radio. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you're not, leave a comment, like it. Please hit the like. I hate begging for it. I hate asking for it, and share the content. The reason that I ask you to share the content, man, is very simple, and I'm just gonna put it out there so for everyone to understand this. Look, it's just like in prison, man. It's just like in prison. If you're a solid white dude out there, man, and if you're a threat, you're gonna be feared, you're gonna be hated on. It's the same thing out here on the streets, man. They stay they stay calling us racist. They stay doing this. They stay doing that. You know what I mean? I don't play necessarily by all the YouTube rules all the time and this and that. So the way that we can keep this channel going is is one simple thing, man. If everybody shares it, shares the video. I don't care how you share it, I don't care where you share it on, but share it to one dude, one solid dude that you know is like minded like yourself, and will smash the subscribe button. This channel will grow. Um, I say I don't play by all the YouTube rules, and maybe I don't, but it also could be myself. You know, look, I work a lot, and this YouTube thing, man, is it's more or less a burden to me than a financial gain. I've made like one YouTube check. I think I've gotten one $100 check since I got monetized. I'm gonna do a whole video about the YouTube process in the future. I don't have time today. This is the biggest thing. I don't have time. I don't have time. This is not a financial gain for people. So let's grow this thing, man. Let's grow. The more subs that I have, the more ads get watched, and it can keep going. You know, I try to take it serious. I'm way ahead of the game. I'm recording this. It's 3 days before Thanksgiving. So by the time you see this, you'll see how far ahead of the game I am. But I'm going to jump right back into it. Now that that's out the way, I want to talk about one thing today. Take a break from the stories, take a break from the interviews. I want to talk about one thing, man. And that one thing is going to be, people get stabbed in prison a lot for nothing. Um, and I want to. A lot of dudes have done time to watch the channel. You're gonna understand this video, but I know I have subscribers that have never done time. I know I have subscribers that have been to jail and not prison. Nobody really gets poked up in jail. Sure, maybe with a pencil or an attempt to get poked up, but no dagger, not no blade, not no poker, not no ice pick, not no lawnmower blade, chisels down, none of that. You know what I mean? In prison, man, in prison, I've mentioned this in a few past videos, but I'm super grateful that I never got stabbed or poked up in prison. I'm super grateful, and as of today, I think I've told two stories, two, right? I've told three stories of personally me seeing people get poked up, like literally right in front of me. I did an interview on Death's channel where I had to step over somebody because they got poked up, and you know, it. This is a kind of a very complicated thing to explain, but I'm gonna try to get into this. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you no lies. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that every day someone gets stabbed because that's a lie. Okay, first and foremost, man, it takes a certain breed, it takes a certain person to put something up in somebody, some steel, some cold steel. You have to have a certain type of heart. Okay, listen, a lot of people have heart and they're not afraid to fight and they'll hit the wall, win, lose, or draw. And I respect any man, any race, any creed that does that. I respect that, man, seriously, because there's a lot of people that are afraid to do that in general. Okay, so you have people who have heart who will get in that grid and take the fade. Okay, the next level of you know of that comes into a lock and a sock. Okay, it takes a certain person. You have to have a certain heart to wrap something up in a sock. You know, whether it's a couple soaps, whether it's locks. You know, you can put whatever in that sock. You know what I mean? Whatever in that sock, as long as you. And it don't have to be a sock. It could be a laundry bag. It could be whatever. It takes a certain breed, a certain heart to load that thing and to wham it over somebody's head. You see what I'm saying? So you kind of like level one, which is just chunking their hands. You have level two, which is cracking somebody with a lock, and then you have level three, which is it takes a certain heart, a certain breed to poke somebody, man. It really does. Um, Seriously, now I need you to stay with me on this. A lot of people watching the channel, they've done level one, they've done level two, but a lot of people can't say they've done level three. It takes a certain breed and a certain type of person. And when I say this, I mean this with a lot of respect. But what I mean by this is this, okay? Any you can go catch a fade, man. Because win, lose or draw, your respect is still there. Unless you go up there with your hands down, or you go up there with some grandma haymakers and you get knocked the fuck out, or you strap up a lock and sock and you don't know how to use it and all the way miss and leave your chin wide open and get knocked out. But it takes a certain person, man, to grab that steel and put it in somebody. And you know, in my experiences, in my personal experiences, I'm gonna go ahead and say this right here. 80 80% of people, it's an 80 to 20 percentage ratio, meaning if you poke somebody if you poke somebody with a knife in the chain gang in Florida, you got about an 80% chance to get away with it. You're not going to catch no extra time. You're not going to get no extra charges. The only thing that's going to happen, man, is you may face some confinement time. That is it. That's the only thing that's going to happen. I mean, literally, all you got to do is make sure you get rid of that knife in time. You have two things to worry about. You got to make sure that you get rid of that knife. It's not on you. And you got to make sure that dude that you poked up don't tell. Okay? See, the difference is people don't understand this. On the street, if you have that same circumstance, you got surveillance cameras, you got smartphones, you got witnesses, all this. If you're in Walmart and you get into somebody, and I don't know why you would use a knife in this situation, but let's just say that the dude, let's paint a picture here. The dude tried you in front of your wife, and he's six times, three to six times bigger than you, and you got a dagger on you, you may poke him up. Now you got the Walmart security on you. You got all the witnesses around you. You got that dude's old lady as a witness. Okay, look. So the whole criminal aspect of it is on the streets. It's a whole different element than it is in the chain gang. In the chain gang, your witnesses ain't gonna talk. All those people have been every single person around you, no matter if they like you, hate you, fuck with you, don't fuck with you, they all been before a judge. You understand what I'm saying? You share the same struggle with each and every man sleeping around you. So and you share the same code. Sure, you got some police ass dudes in there, but even them police ass dudes ain't gonna tell on nothing like that, because usually in dorms, them police ass dudes, they're known. Everybody knows that that dude is the police. So that's his kind of role. He's protected by that. You see what I'm saying? And it lasts for so long because when somebody plays the snitch card, and he's a known snitch, and everybody knows they're clowning on him and that, he usually gets banged up at some certain point, but he's safe at another certain point because people ain't gonna mess with him because they know he's gonna tell. Okay, but you're talking about it's a possibility in a whole dorm of we're talking about 80 to 100 people. You bring it to that Walmart aspect. Hey man, then people don't gotta be the police or a known snitch. They could just be scared, man. They're gonna call the law. So it's a whole different aspect. But I would honestly say about 80% of the time, 80% of the time, no, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing is gonna happen. There's not gonna be no court case. There's not gonna be no witnesses that get called. Nothing. All you gotta do is worry about that dude telling on you and getting rid of the poker, the knife, the dagger, or whatever it is. And even speaking about the dude telling on you, that doesn't go down either, man. Trust and believe me, because if somebody pokes somebody up and they get cuffed up and they go to that laundry room, anybody who doesn't know, that's at the courtroom. Okay, they're gonna have you cuffed up. They're gonna split you guys up. But that dude, just because he got poked up, does not mean he's safe. If he snitches on you, he still has to go to this compound living with everybody around him. He don't want that snitch name attached to him. I guarantee you, he's gonna say, "I fell down and I fell and landed at the end of the bunk." Oh, okay, inmate, right? So the pole of the bunks just stabbed your chest and your shoulder. People ain't gonna tell like that, man. Yeah, they do tell in prison. Don't get this twisted. But when it comes down to this aspect, they don't. You know, I say it all the time on my channel, man. I don't know how I did not get cut or poked up in prison. I'm blessed for that. I'm thankful for that. I got cracker bolts, man. I got my own theories. I got my own beliefs. I got my own ways. I hung around solid ass honkies, man, that had my back. you know, and I've seen some of them get poked up, some of them not. There's been times where I couldn't get to them. There's been times where some of them did the poking. You know, um, I told I told a video on this channel before, man, when I was in H dorm, and I had got into it with a Spanish dude, man, across the way from me, and shit. You know, I was about to crash this dude. I was about to crash him, and thank God, my bunkie, who was a black dude, solid black dude, he kind of talked me out of it, but more or less talked some sense into me, because this dude had life, man, and he's known for poking. You can have the worst attitude in prison, man. You run over there, you can have good ass hands too. You could be like a professional boxer. You run up in there with somebody with a knife, man, you don't stand a chance. They hit you one time in the right place, it's over with. You know, it's a serious thing, man. I'm trying to explain this here, man. Like, people that I have brought to the channel and people that I have not brought, that section is gonna be full, y'all. You have to understand and work with me that I can't control the things that are happening for it not to be full. But I've done a lot of time. I got a lot of buddies that I've done time with. You know, they say the same thing. JD, Viking, they say the same thing, man. You know, 80% to 20%, man. It's crazy, man, and that shit is real. That shit gets real, man. What I was talking about, the thing with death, man. This dude got poked up right in front of me, man, early in the morning, pancaked early in the morning. I stepped right over this dude, and when I stepped over this dude, the only thing that I could think of is I was worried that I was gonna get poked up, because at that point the heat was on me, man. And that's just a few times. I don't want to tell any more stories past whatever I've told at this point, because look, there's more videos for different stories. But listen, man, if you have people in there, it's important that you check up on these people, man. And on the flip side, you know, and the state of Florida, man, it's crazy because I hate to even say this, I hate to even air it out like this, but for the most part in prison, man, you're gonna see hands. Okay, you will see somebody get fired up from time to time, and sure, you are gonna see people get poked up, stabbed up, whatever it is. You know, you have a whole bid to do. You have a lot of time to do. You have left the county. You're now crossing months off, not days. It's a big difference. But it's crazy because